In today's class, let us discuss do while statements. Okay. So in the previous class, I already discussed while statement. Okay. So these all are looping statements. While, do while, for. What is the importance of looping statements? Looping statements, it is also known as iterative statements. Okay. The statements could be executing repetitively until the condition becomes true. If the condition becomes false, control passes to the next statement. Okay, after looping statements. So what are the statements available in after looping statements? Those statements could be executing. Okay, so here do while statement. Okay, so in the do while statement, first control executes the statements. First control executes the statements, then after control checks the condition. So here one important point of do while statement is at least once the statements could be executing without checking the condition. Okay, so in while loop, first control checks the condition. That condition is true or inside while body could be executing. Condition becomes false. Okay, so control immediately passes to the next statement. Okay, so after looping statements could be executing. So in the do while statement, first control processing the statements. Okay, so then after control checks the condition. So here one important point of do while statement is, okay, at least once within the do while body could be executing without checking condition also. Even condition becomes false also. So at least once the statements could be executing. That is the importance of do while statements. Okay, so next statement. Okay, so coming to the syntax of do while statement. Okay, so what is the syntax of do while statement? Okay, so here do statements. Do statements. Okay, so in the do while statements, first control executing the statements. Okay, so in the do while statement, first control executing the statements, then after control checks the condition. Okay, so here semicolon is must and should. Okay, so here semicolon is must and should. It is a mandatory in do while statement. Okay, so in the do while statement, first control executing the statements, then after control checks the condition. Here one important point of do while statement is, okay, at least once the statements could be executing, even condition becomes false also. It is the importance of do while statement. Okay, so I will explain with respect to the program. Okay, so for example, write a Java program to check whether given number is Armstrong or not. Okay, so write a Java program to check whether given number is Armstrong or not. Okay, so it is our program A. Okay, so here I can initialize variables int n equal to 153, k, m, s equal to 0, do. Okay, so m equal to n modulus 10. Here s equal to s plus m into m. Okay, next one n equal to n by 10. Okay, next one we can close do statement. Next while n greater than 0. Okay, so next one, here it is end with a semicolon. Next, if k equal to s, system dot out dot println, it is Armstrong. It is Armstrong number. It is Armstrong number. Else system dot out dot println, it is not Armstrong. It is not Armstrong. Okay. Okay, let us see one by one statement. So here I am declaring variables. Okay, n, k, m, s. So here at the time of declaration stage, I can initialize in value to the variable. Here n equal to 153. So k, m, s equal to 0. So by default, I am initializing s variable as 0. Next one, I am including one statement. Here k equal to n. So what is the value of n? That is assigned to the k variable. Okay, so in these two steps, for example, in this first step, I am declaring variables. Those all variables are integer type, data type. So at the time of declaration stage, I can initializing a value to the variable. Here n equal to 153. So k m s equal to 0. By default s equal to 0. Next one k equal to n. So what is the value I am taking n value? So that is assigned to the k variable. Next one do statements. Okay. So m equal to n modulus 10. Okay. S equal to s plus m into m into m. Next one n equal to n divided by 10. Okay. While n greater than 0. While n greater than 0. So in this one, first control processing the statements, then after control checks the condition. So if k equal to s, the given number is Armstrong number, otherwise it is not a Armstrong number. Okay. So coming to the logic or tracing. Okay. So first of all, what is Armstrong number? First of all, what is Armstrong number? Suppose I have given a number. Okay, suppose I have to give it a number that is 153. Okay, so what are the digits of given number? 153. Okay, so now cubing each and every digit. So 1 cube, 5 cube, 3 cube. So after cubing, okay, so I am adding these digits. So for example, 1 cube 1, 5 cube 125, 3 cube 27. So after cubing, so we have to add, okay, so these numbers 1 plus 125 plus 27 equal to 153. Okay, so Armstrong number means sum of the cubes of a given number. Suppose we have to give in a number that is 153. So we have to add each and every cube of digits. Sum of the cubes of given number is Armstrong number. So in this process, I have given one number. So that is 153. So what are the digits of this number? 153. So now cubing each and every digit, 1 cube, 5 cube, 3 cube. So after cubing, we have to add these digits. So 1 plus 125 plus 27 equal to 153. Okay, so now go for logic. Okay, so here m equal to n modulus 10. Okay, so m equal to n modulus 10. So what is n? 153. 153 modulus 10. So we can dividing 153 by 10. So what is the remainder we have getting? 3. Okay, so after dividing 153 by 10, so what is the remainder we have getting? 3. Okay, these 3 is assigned to the m value. Okay, next one we have to calculate s equal to s plus m into m into m. So by default s equal to 0. So by default s equal to 0. So 0 plus 3 into 3 into 3 equal to 27. Okay, so next one n equal to 153 by 10. Okay, after dividing 153 by 10, so what is the coefficient we have getting? 15. Okay, so in the do while statement, first control processing the statements, then after control checks the condition. Okay, next one control checks the condition while n greater than 0. Okay, so 15 greater than 0. So is it true or false? True. Again, control processing the statements. Okay, so here m equal to n modulus 10. Okay, so in the first iteration, what is the n value we are getting? Okay, so in the previous iteration, what is the n value we are getting? 15. Okay, so here 15 modulus 10. So after dividing 15 modulus 10, so what is the remainder we have to getting? 5. So here 5 is assigned to n value. Okay, so next one s equal to, okay, so s plus m into m into m. In the previous iteration, what is the s value? So in the previous iteration, s value is 27. So 27 plus 5 into 5 into 5. Okay, so 5 into 5 into 5. Okay, equal to 125. 125 plus 27 equal to 152. Okay, so again n equal to, okay, so 15 by 10. After dividing 15 by 10, what is the coefficient we have to getting? 1. Okay, again condition is true. So then processing the statements. Okay, so here for example m equal to, okay, so 1 modulus 10. Okay, so after dividing 1 modulus 10, what is the remainder we have to getting? 1. Okay, so here s equal to s plus m into m into m. So in the previous iteration, what is the s value we have getting? 152. 152 plus m into m into m. So what is the m value in this iteration, in this step 1? 152 plus 1 into 1 into 1. Okay, so 153. Okay, so here n equal to 0. Okay, so 0 greater than 0, condition becomes false. Okay, so when if the condition becomes false, control pass it to the next statement. Okay, what are the statements available in after do while loop? Okay, so here it checks the condition. So if k equal to s, so in the last iteration, so what is the s value we have to getting? 153. So here k equal to n. So here k equal to n means what is the n value that is assigned to the k? Here k equal to 153. So whenever condition becomes false, control immediately pass it to the, okay, so do while statements, okay, sorry, control immediately pass it to the next statement. After looping statements, what are the statements available in after looping statements? Those statements could be executing. So again control checks the condition if k equal to s. Here k equal to 153. So in the last iteration, what is the s value we have getting? 153. So 153 equal to 153. Is it true or false? True. Okay. So immediately displays the result. The given number is Armstrong number. Okay. So if it is not equal, it is not a Armstrong number. Okay. So it is the do while statement. Okay. So in the do while statement, first control executing the statements, then after control checks the condition. So here all of you remember one important point. Okay, so at least once the statements within the do statements could be executing, so without checking condition also. Even condition becomes a false also, at least once the statements could be executing, so within the statements of do body. Okay, so that is called do while statement. Okay, so next we have to move for another statement. Okay, so first statement. Okay, it is also one of the looping statement, okay, or iteration statement. Okay, so what is the syntax of first statement? Here for, okay, so initialization, okay, so semicolon condition, increment or decrement. Okay, so it is the body of for loop. Okay, so for initialization means for I equal to 0. So condition means I greater than n or I less than n. I less than or equal to n, or I greater than or equal to n. So this is the condition. Okay. So next one, increment or decrement. Okay. For example, I plus plus or I minus minus. Okay. So in this way, okay. So we have to write within the for loop. Okay. So what is the syntax of for loop? For initialization, condition, increment or decrement. Okay. So it is the body of for loop. Okay, so for is also a one type of repetitive statement. It is looping statement or iterative statement. Okay, so I am explaining with respect to the example, then only you can easily understand. Okay, so for example, write a Java program to check whether given number is prime number or not. Okay, so to check whether given number is prime or not. First of all, what is prime number? Okay, so a number which is having two factors. Okay, so a number which is having two factors. A number which is having two factors is known as prime number. Okay, so suppose I have to given a number. Suppose I have to given a number 7. Okay, so I need to check. Okay, 7 is prime number or not. Okay, I need to check 7 is prime number or not. Okay, so in 7, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have to check. Okay, so 1 is the factor of 7 or not. Okay, so it is the I value. Okay, so it varies on, okay, so it varies and it increments the value because I can initialize in the for loop. Okay, so here I am checking 1 is the factor of 7 or not. Okay, so by default I am taking one variable count. By default I am initializing it is at 0. So if any number is a factor of 7, okay, count value will be incremented. So here 1 is the factor of 7 or not. Okay, so 1 is the factor of 7. Okay, so count value will be incremented 1. Next one, 2 is not a factor of 7. 3 is not a factor of 7. 4 is not a factor of 7, 5 is not a factor of 7, 6 is not a factor of 7, 7 itself is also a factor of 7. Next one count value will be incremented, count value will be 2. Okay, so for example, if count equal to 2, okay, if count equal to 2, so the given number is a prime number or it is not a prime number. Okay, so in this way we have to calculate, okay, so factors of the given number. Okay, prime number means a number which is having two factors is known as prime number. Okay, so I have to write a code. Okay, so here I am declaring one variable, so int n equal to 7. So at the time of declaration stage I am initializing value to the n. So here I am checking 7 is prime number or not. Okay, so next one I am taking another variable count equal to 0. So by default count equal to 0. Okay, so I am using for loop for calculating prime numbers. Okay, so the given number is prime number or not. Okay, so by initialization stage, okay, I equal to 1. Okay, so here I am declaring one more variable I. Okay, so I equal to 1. I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. Okay, next one, if n modulus I equal to 0, count plus plus, count plus plus. It is the body of for loop. Next one I have to close the body of for loop. Okay, next I have to check the condition. If count equal to 2, system dot out dot println, the given number is prime. The given number is prime. The given number is prime. Else, system dot out dot println, it is not prime. It is not prime. Okay. So in this program, so in this coding, so just simply I can declaring three variables, n count 0, sorry, n count I, these three are integer type variables. So I have to give a number 7. Okay, here n equal to 7. So at the time of declaration stage I can initializing a value to the variable. So here count equal to 0, by default count equal to 0. So int I. Okay, so next one for loop. I am using for loop, okay, to calculating to check whether a given number is prime or not, because for is one type of looping statements. So loop can be iterated until the condition becomes true. So if condition becomes false, control pass it to the next statement. After looping statements, what are the statements available in after for loop? Those statements could be executing. Okay, so here I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n. Okay, so I starting from 1, I less than or equal to n. Here n means 7. Here n means 7. Okay, so 1 less than or equal to 7, is it true or false? Okay, so next one I value can be incremented, next I value 2, next 2 less than or equal to 7, next I value 3, so again 3 less than or equal to 7, I value 4. So up to, okay, 7 less than or equal to 7, so the condition, the loop will be iterated. Okay, so whenever condition reaches 8 less than or equal to 7, so it is the false. Okay, so control switch it to the next statement. Okay, control switch it to the after. Okay, so after for loop statement. So what are the statements available in after for, those statements could be executing. Okay, in this way we have to iterating the for loop. Okay, so in these for loop, so I am writing one statement. I am checking one condition. If n modulus I equal to 0. So here n equal to 7. 7 modulus 1 equal to 0. After dividing 7 by 1, so what is the remainder we have to getting 0. So if it is 0, it is the factor of 7. Okay, so otherwise it is not a factor of 7. Okay, so for example, if n modulus I equal to 0, count value will be incremented. Okay, so it is 0. So count value will be incremented. Here count equal to 1. Okay, so next one. Okay, so n modulus I. Okay, so next one 7 modulus 2 equal to 0. Okay, next one 7 modulus 3 equal to 0. So in this way we have to checking until the condition becomes false. Okay, so here 1 and 7, these two are factors of 7. 1 and 7, these two are factors of 7. So after dividing okay, n modulus I, okay, so after dividing n modulus I, okay, so in these we have to getting two zeros. Okay, so whenever we have dividing 1 and 7, then only we have to getting remainders as 0. So it is count equal to 2. Okay, so count equal to 2. Okay, so next whenever condition becomes false, immediately control switches to these statements. So it checks if count equal to 2. So it is the given number is a prime number. So here count equal to 2. So it is a prime number. Okay, the given number is a prime number. What is prime number? Okay, a number which is having two factors is known as prime number. Okay, in this way we have to calculate it. Okay, so finally in so far what we have discussed are looping statements. What are the looping statements? While, do while and for. So what is the difference between while and do while? So both are looping statements. Okay, so in while loop first control checks the condition. Okay, so that condition is true, the statements could be executing repeatedly until the condition becomes true. So if condition becomes false, control switches to the another statement. Okay, after looping statements, what are the statements available in after looping statements? Those statements could be executing. But coming to the do while statements, in the do while statement, first control processing the statements, first control executing the statements, then after control checks the condition. So here one of the importance of do while statement is at least once the statements within the do body could be executing even without checking the condition also. Even condition becomes false also, at least once the statements could be executing. Okay, so next one for loop. For is also one type of repetitive statements. Okay, what is the syntax of for loop? For initialization, condition, increment or decrement. In these also, okay, so here I value starting from 1 onwards, I less than or equal to n. Okay, so I value can be iterated until the condition becomes false. Okay, so when it is true, I value can be incremented, again it checks the condition. Okay, until the condition becomes false, the statements could be executing repetitively. Okay, these all are looping statements or iterative statements. Okay, so